There is a coyote with its nose in your garbage right now. Or there was last night. Or there will be tomorrow morning before you wake up. And when you picture that, you picture an animal eating, scavenging, doing the lowest version of what a wild animal does near a human home. That image is not wrong exactly. There is sometimes eating involved. But what is actually happening at that garbage can, the primary activity, the reason the animal spent 4 minutes at your bin instead of the 30 seconds it would take to grab something and go, is not eating. It is reading. Your garbage is not a meal. It is a library. And what the coyote is reading out of it is a document about you specifically, your health, your stress level, what medications you are taking, what you have been eating, whether there are children in your house, whether you have a dog, and when you are most likely to appear outside. Stay until the last section, because what we cover there is the information you broadcast every single time you step into your own yard, information you have no ability to suppress or conceal that the coyote receives and files with every encounter. You are communicating things you do not know you are saying. Number 1, what the garbage can actually contains, and why a coyote spends 4 minutes at something you threw away. The contents of a residential garbage bin are, from a coyote's olfactory perspective, an extraordinarily dense concentration of biographical information about the household that produced it. Every item in that bin carries a scent layer. The food packaging carries information about diet and eating patterns. The tissues and paper products carry biological material. The discarded medication packaging carries chemical traces. The clothing scraps or household waste carry individual human scent signatures. A coyote investigating a garbage bin is not randomly foraging. It is conducting a systematic olfactory inventory of a household's recent activity. Researchers studying urban coyote foraging behavior noted that animals often spent significantly more time at residential bins than the caloric content of the available food would warrant. The extended investigation time points to information gathering rather than eating as the primary activity. The bin is the most concentrated source of household data the coyote has access to. Everything your family handled, consumed, discarded, and touched in the past week has been compressed into one location. The coyote does not need to observe you. It needs to read what you left behind. Number 2, the Chemical Autobiography, what your scent tells a coyote that you would never voluntarily share. Human scent is not a single signal. It is a composite of hundreds of volatile organic compounds produced by the body continuously and varying based on internal physiological state. Your stress hormones are detectable in your scent. Cortisol and adrenaline alter the chemical profile of human perspiration in ways that trained detection dogs can identify reliably, and coyotes have a more developed olfactory system than most domestic dog breeds. Your health status is encoded in your scent. Illness, inflammation, and immune response all produce measurable changes in the volatile compounds your body releases. Research on olfactory communication in mammals consistently documents that predators and scavengers extract health status information from prey and competitors' scent as a matter of survival advantage. Coyotes are no exception. Your diet leaves a chemical record in your scent signature that persists for days. What you ate yesterday is detectable on your skin and breath today. Whether you have been under physical or psychological stress in the past 48 hours is readable in your scent profile. A coyote that has had regular exposure to your scent over weeks and months carries a comparative baseline. It knows what you smell like when you are calm. It knows what you smell like when you are not. The deviation from baseline is itself a data point. You have been producing this detailed chemical broadcast every day of your life. You simply had no way of knowing anyone was receiving it. Number 3, the scent map of your yard, and what every surface is saying right now. Your yard is not a neutral space from a coyote's olfactory perspective. It is a layered, continuously updated record of human and animal activity. Every surface you touch deposits your scent. The gate handle you use every morning carries your scent in a concentration that peaks within hours of your last contact and diminishes over days. The path you walk to the garbage bin carries a directional scent trail that the coyote can follow to understand your movement patterns. The areas where you sit, the patio chair, the porch step, carry sustained deposits that build over time into established scent landmarks. Pet waste carries detailed biological information about the animals in the household. The garden bed where you kneel while planting carries your scent mixed with the disturbed soil. The fence line where your hands rest carries finger contact deposits at precise intervals. A coyote moving through your yard at night is not moving through an empty space. It is moving through a three-dimensional scent document that your household has been writing continuously since you moved in. Every surface tells a piece of the story. The coyote is reading the whole document. And because scent information is cumulative and comparative, a coyote that has visited your yard 50 times has a richer, more detailed read of that document than one visiting for the first time. The regular visitor knows when something has changed, when a new person appeared, when the dog stopped coming outside, when the stress level in the household shifted. It knows because those changes show up in the scent record. Number 4, how long the information lasts, and the messages still in your yard from weeks ago. Scent does not disappear when the person leaves. It degrades at rates determined by temperature, humidity, wind, and the surface it was deposited on. On a cool, still night, human scent on a hard surface like a gate handle can remain detectable to a trained nose for 12 to 24 hours. On absorbent surfaces like soil or wood, it can persist for days. In sheltered areas away from wind and UV degradation, deposited scent compounds can remain readable for a week or more. What this means for your yard is that the scent history of your property is never fully current. It is an archive. The coyote moving through your yard tonight is reading scent deposited today, scent deposited 3 days ago, and scent deposited a week ago simultaneously. It is reading a timeline. It can detect that someone new has been in the yard because an unfamiliar scent signature has been added to a known baseline. It can detect that a regular presence has been absent because the expected fresh deposit of a familiar scent is missing. The scent map of your yard at any given moment is a record of who was there, how recently, and in some cases what state they were in when they passed through. You have been writing that record without knowing it since the first morning you walked to your own garbage can. Number 5, what you are telling it every time you step outside, and the broadcast you cannot stop. Here is the part that tends to produce a very specific kind of discomfort in people who sit with it. Every time you step into your yard, you are broadcasting a detailed chemical signal about your current physiological state that you have no ability to control, modify, or suppress. You cannot choose not to produce cortisol when you are stressed. You cannot choose not to alter your scent profile when you are ill. You cannot choose not to leave your signature on every surface you contact. The broadcast is involuntary and it is continuous. A coyote that has had regular exposure to you over months carries a working model of your baseline and updates it with every encounter. It knows when you are operating normally. It knows when something is different. This is not a threat in the conventional sense. It does not mean the coyote is hunting you or that you are in danger. What it means is something stranger and in some ways harder to absorb. You have been transparent to an animal you may have barely noticed. The coyote that watched you carry your garbage out on a Tuesday morning did not see a person being cautious or careless, confident or frightened. It smelled the complete picture. You were not performing for it. You could not have performed for it even if you tried. The image most people have of a coyote near their home is an animal doing something low, eating garbage, scavenging, surviving at the margins. The reality is an animal doing something far more sophisticated. It is gathering intelligence. And the intelligence it gathers from your garbage, your yard, and your own body chemistry every time you appear is more detailed than anything it could learn from watching you. Tell me in the comments, does anything about your yard or your routine feel different knowing what the scent record actually contains? I want to hear about it. I read every one.